Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for January 5th, 2022. Also being timeless, so wherever you're catching in time, this could be extremely relevant or horribly irrelevant. Maybe it's insightful, maybe you find it a joke, I'm not sure. But anyways, this is general collective. Don't force it to fit your life. If it makes sense, I hope it's a good message. It looks like it's really up in the air right now. It looks like the situation's escalating from epic highs and lows. Honestly, it feels all over the place. If you have questions about booking a private session or seeing what services I provide, reach out in the provided email address or find me on social platforms and DM me. I need to start this. It feels like getting comfortable in a despair, and then it feels like balance being restored after a time of loneliness. It feels like there's no support. It feels like there was so much lacking, and then suddenly everything just starts to turn okay and balance starts to come into your life, and it's like, okay, things are getting good. Great, wonderful, crap. That means that things are gonna get bad again. Knock it off. You can't lead with your anxiety. You can't lead with whatever logic you feel that you have in this. You're putting off the inevitable. You're putting off what seems to be the future of this. And I know that you are expecting things to go wrong. You're expecting things to fail. You're expecting this to be just hard. And I get it. I know that there's been a lot of epic lows in this. I know that this has really hit you hard in the heart. But the thing is, not everything is going to be a repeating of that cycle. There is every reason for you to believe that this is going to turn out wonderfully in your favor. And I think that deep down, you know this, just based off of this alone. Actually, even the fact that it came after this and Spirit is like, listen, MF, or surrender. I think that you understand that this is going to be different this time, but you don't dare let yourself fully embrace that, because I do feel like you were sure before, even with that undertone of somehow this doesn't feel like it's going to go through. You're not letting yourself get excited just because of that in the past, and knock it off. This is super incredibly sound. It feels like there's a lot of structure with this. It feels safe. It feels secure. You're not sticking with it because it's safe. I actually feel like you're trying to talk yourself out of this entirely. And I think that you're really working on upsetting yourself enough to do so, but I honestly don't feel like it would last, because yeah, you can try to avoid disaster by creating the very disaster you are trying to avoid. That would be you. That would be, you know, demolition. That would be a controlled demolition on your part, but you'd be able to be in control of it. So what I'm seeing here and following this, it says get excited. Let's look at this. Yeah, okay, you're afraid that you didn't learn the lessons, or that it's always going to be hitting you on this lesson. It seems to be the same theme, and God knows that you've held on this long. So we have the moon. That's the shadow work. The insecurity is the shadow work right now. So let's see. I see a proposal that's coming in, and let's see. Hold on. All right. The proposal for you is to maintain a sense of passion in this, but still allowing it to slow down and solidify. I think that you're trying to bargain with life and with yourself. And that's okay. You know what? I don't want to repeat this pattern. I don't want to keep going through this hell, this personal hell. What I'm seeing in here is, okay, the shadow work is you actually going after what it is that you want and not putting it off. I feel like a lot of the challenges in the past were not, okay, how can I say this without sounding like a complete a-hole? You really hesitated and put things off. Whether it's you didn't feel that you deserved it, you didn't feel like it was real, you feel like you didn't, I already said deserve, that it wasn't gonna happen. Because who are you? Well, you wanna know what? You are you. And that's enough. And I think that this is something that you need to really grow and tolerate with. The simple fact is, just because you're you doesn't mean that everything has to go to excrements. I'm going to say it like that and try and keep this PG. So we have the Ace of Wands, complete, beautiful beginning on this. And I'm actually being pulled to the healing with Archangel Raphael. So let's see. Okay, the shadow work and what is healing. Hang on. Yes, I'm using my monkey toes and getting this. Okay, home help. All right, what about this? The courage to ask for and accept help from others. I'm going to give you so much crap about this. There is such a stigma with you and letting people even come in to remotely help. It's like, no, I'm not strong enough. It's almost like you equate help to you being somehow a weakling. You're not. I know that sounds pretty no-duh, but it's so hard to ask for help, isn't it? It's hard to admit that you can't do everything on your own, and it seems like everybody else can. And it seems to be, those who can't somehow get ridiculed, and that could be the very thing that you are worried about, not wanting ridicule from those who, you seem to love and admire. You want to be seen in the same light or in a strong light. So I need to, tell you that when you actually don't ask for help, you rob people of the chance to step up and help take care of you. They would want to share that burden. You're not putting too much on them. This is going to make them feel good, like they have something that would be a benefit in your life. It's not you even taking advantage of them. It's stronger when it is worked on together. Of course, there's going to be things in your life that you don't need to work on with others and that you can just do by yourself. And that's a sense of empowerment with you. But there's also chances, and there's one coming up where it is going to be so mind-blowing and life-affirming for you to actually have that help from those who you care and admire. And it's really not going to be a problem for them, whether you need a shoulder to cry on, whether you need them to just buy you a house, for God's sakes. Don't even, you know what I'm saying? But seriously, don't be afraid. And I'm actually being pulled to the daily messages from your angels. So let's see. Some of you are going to be working on a creative project together with somebody. And we have trustworthy guidance, wedding, and an entrepreneur. So there is a commitment that is coming into play. This might be from a loved one. This might be a commitment of both parties in this entrepreneurship. You guys either treating your relationship like a business, or you are stepping into a business relationship. But it's a huge commitment on both parts. And also, I think that this is something that is passion for not only with you, but the people who are coming in to help. So it's even more of a benefit in doing that. So we have joy coming in and heart chakra healing. So this is with somebody who is new in your life, or this is a new embarkment for you guys, or this is somebody who is actually new in your life. If they are a new person in your life, you either just recently got to know them, or you are about to meet them. So there's a few different ways that we can look at this, but I see your heart actually exploding with love, appreciation, and joy, and also healing. What's this? Shower of abundance. You guys are magical manifestors together. There's a deepening of the bond that is coming in, and this person or these persons or this life path is absolutely about your purpose. And I see that this is going through a major expansion with you. So what's this? I love this. Giving, receiving, so beautiful. It's the ebb and flow of life, really. So I am being pulled to draw on the giving and receiving. What does the viewer, you watching this, need to know about that? Let's see. It's going to be slow to warm up with you. And it's not necessarily coming out of nowhere, but I think that you're learning to, I think that it's a hard lesson in learning how to rise above the problem. It might be you being in your own way with it. That's the problem. And honestly, I get a strong pull towards that one. Somebody is teaching you to get out of your own way with this. And this is such a soulmate that is in your life. I feel that deep kindred spirit soul bond. Take whatever title you want with it. But this energy is definitely up for the job. And they're giving you this beautiful white flower. I do feel like if you're watching this, You are embodying the divine feminine, and masculine is making momentum towards you. And this is a heavily guarded connection. I don't worry about it falling away. I don't really worry about it at all. I see that this is a connection that is going to really force life purpose. Now, for some of you, this might be a romantic partnership. For some of you, a business partnership. For some of you, this is going to be more than one person, but they are all these deep kindred spirits who you guys will be working together or creating some sort of magic together, for God's sakes. And it's going to be happening rather fast, which is interesting because this was saying to pace yourself. And I think because what's underneath it is this, it's the fact that you guys are going to be doing numerous things together, and you specifically need to really pace yourself because you are the person who ends up carrying all the sticks now, aren't you? It's not even like anyone's forcing you to do it. You just actively take everything on because it gives you a point of validation. And we have the Lovers with this. So listen, you're getting into High Priestess mode. I can love it. I see that you are surrendering to it, and I see that this is taking off very fast. So I really like this. This feels good, but also this is about the mutual love and respect that is given between the parties, and also the fact that this is going to be a really hard working cycle. So I do see multiple things that is coming into gear. Some of you are working on some really creative projects, and I feel like it's about to really take off for you. And some of you guys are entering in partnerships that will allow for these life purpose projects to come underway. I feel like, again, all of these energies are fueling each other. And I feel like there is an energy of being in awe. It's like, these are your biggest cheerleaders. I feel like the leveling up, the ascension energies are just wild and all over the place, which the reading initially started with the energy being all over the place. I'll even put it over here. Okay, where was it? I have it all here, by the way. Okay. Yes, I still have it. You're stressed out because it seems too easy and it's too good. And it's not too good to be true. Don't even get me started on that crap. We start off with these bad boys. This is so incredibly validating. And honestly, it's going to draw a crowd. I do feel like there is some effort of a crowd around this, and it feels like everything coming together. Okay, so this is treating it like business. It doesn't take away from the emotional status of it, but it's like keeping things in line with it. And I think it's because you need it that way. So now that I have exhausted that bad boy, if you are on this path with these extreme soul bond connections, again, these are healthy ones, not ones that are abusive or detrimental to you. Let's see, I'm being pulled to the Butterfly Oracle. A whole new life is underway. The relationship dynamics are going to deepen, and this is going to test your faith, because I think that part of you is afraid of how deep or how consistent and how beautiful something can be. All right, so shuffle again. What's this? Parental care and aging gracefully. I think that this is being in charge, being a leader in it, and having this go long term. For some of you, some of these personal relationships are going to be, it's going to put you in what feels to be a parent caregiving role. No, it's not going to be creepy. I'm not saying that at all. But I think that this is going to give you a fresh, almost like, it feels refreshing. It doesn't feel bad. It feels refreshing. And I feel like this is necessary. I think that it gives you a voice of authority, not over anyone in particular, but in general, a voice. Okay, so this, we need to talk about you being true to you, because I don't think that you trust you yet. Finances has shown up more than once. So what do you feel like your value is? What do you feel that you deserve? What do you even feel that you like? This is really connected to self-worth. And I think that you're afraid of having an overinflated sense of self, or what you would call an overinflated sense of self. You don't. But to have that ego, to have that sense of sense of ability. There you go. That's going to be new for you. You are going to be what you would have considered as arrogant, but I see this as confident, and rightfully so. All right, so being pulled back to the healing with Archangel Raphael, we need to talk about why this ego of yours needs to be healed so it can be inflated. All right. Sobriety and detoxification. Some of you will have to be sober. Some of you will be getting through abusive relationships. Why do I say that? Well, because relationships came out after. Some of you are entering the most clear-headed relationships that are just as passionate and spiritually guided, and this is a flippin' miracle. For some of you, you are learning what healthy dynamics looks like. For some of you, you know what healthy power looks like, and you learn what seeing things clearly looks like. So this, it's coming, and well, for some of you, this is already present. I see that this, whatever the connection is, whatever the path is, whatever the life purpose is incredibly clear. And I think that it's deliberate in its steps. And also I think that it's really upfront. So this is actually going to be really improving your mental, emotional, and physical health. I feel like you feel like a kid again. And honestly, life can start to slow down. So it's you learning that life can actually slow down. And then we have good night's sleep. Yeah, this is going to get a lot easier for you. And I keep pulling cards with this particular deck because I feel it. So the final card that I had picked was this one, but before it came, yes, use your natural healing abilities, use alternative medicine. This is all telling a tale of mind, body, and spirit health being altered because of your mental state, your environment, your mood, your relationships, everything that you are feeding into your body. Going back to, I think, the beginning part of this, it was talking about the dietary change and the health change. In fact, I'll even look for it while I have you here. Where is it? Yeah, it's up front. Here we go. So organic foods, massage, diet is important here, and home health. Home health. Is there any more? No, there wasn't any more. So diet is important here. It is so important that you are in control of what you allow around you, what you will experience from others, what you will tolerate, what you'll listen to, what you'll actually put in your body as nutrients, and the kind of people who you feed energy to and get energy from. It all feeds into one another. It brings up this idea of, yes, you still have your isolated body shapes, your isolated objects in front of you, but there is space in between those atoms, those particles even, and everything starts to feed into one another whilst even still maintaining its space. Everything is leaving remnants on top of one another. So it is so important with what you allow around you, because you feed into it and it feeds into you, and something is going to build up or it's going to eventually break down, and you have to be the decision maker on what that is. So I see you actually really taking this into consideration. Oh my God. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, so you are going about this the right way. You are detoxing from abusive, unhealthy, dysfunctional relationships, and you're going to either reestablish healthy boundaries or healthy relationships altogether. And these are going to be very fulfilling. You're going to follow your dreams, your ambitions, your healthy boundaries. You're really following your inner guidance. You're going to start taking care of yourself with the food and the drink that it craves. Not, going with something that is instant gratification, but is something that is good for you in the long run. Really, you're doing a personal overhaul. So also I see that you are not going to put yourself in intolerable situations. The high stressful situations are going to be long gone with you. And what I see is you actually will be able to sleep at night. You'll be able to maintain your sense of sanity, your sense of peace. And I think that this letting down of the guard is going to be something that almost lets you sleep lightheaded, if that makes sense, because it's like not everything is weighing on you. So following all of this, we have Work Your Light Oracle. So what do we need to know about that? Yes, you are going to say yes to this new chapter, this new life, this new turn of relationship. It feels very progressive for you. So you are breaking a lot of chains in this. This is ancestral patterns. You're rewriting the future to be the most productive and thriving for you, just joyful. Your heart's going to be singing. So you are really working on healing. This is the future that was coming into play, and you're writing it your own way. So you've been training lifetimes to manifest this life for yourself, and it feels absolutely beautiful. And then, let's see. Trust your path. If you knew you'd be supported, what would you do? It means take the chains off and be your incredible boss self. You, my dear, are creating heaven on earth, whether it's love and ambition, or love or ambition, love and ambition. I flippin' love it. So hold your boundary and hold your path. This is going to be incredible, and you're going to be freaked out by how good it gets, and you're going to wait for the shoe to drop, and it's not going to drop, so focus on the good. This has been the Daily Tarot Oracle, the daily insight on life and love for January 5th, 2022, also being timeless. So wherever you catch it in time, it could be extremely relevant or horribly irrelevant or just a great show for you. I don't know. Thank you for stopping by. Watch the mini reads, and until next time, stay safe, have fun, and just know that you're greatly loved and appreciated. I look forward to hearing from you. Bye for now. I really like that you are not giving up. What I like about this is, first off, you're looking at this as a new opportunity. It feels like it's being able to be taught from somebody else. You're taking lessons from somebody else. You're taking information from somebody else. You're not just going along, hitting this, whatever it is, the same way that you would have in the past. I think that that has proven to be fruitless and never ending. It's a constant, it's exhausting. So what I'm seeing with this is you had to learn the hard way to be patient and to do this right. And I see that you're not giving up. The not giving up part is the biggest thing, because I know you're not going to see results immediately. I know you're not going to get the outcome that you want immediately. But the thing is, you're not going to let that scare you off anymore. You've had so many points of brokenness, failure, or anxiety about this in the past. It's all grounding now. So what I'm saying is, this, what you are going after, as long as it's not dangerous or illegal, gotta put that out there. It's meant for you. And I want you to know that you have what it takes. You had to take a new approach. It's learning from that, you know, if you keep doing this the same way and hoping for a different result, then you're mad. Yeah, that's truly what it is. So you're going about this in a completely new way. It's going to yield incredibly different results, but it's going to take time. So this is saying, I know that you're going to want to lose your cool like you have in the past, but don't do it. This is going to have major, I want to say, orbits of success with this. You'll have recognition for this. You will have your success. It is just going to take time, but I think that honestly, you're ready. People would say that you're obsessive, but this is just too good. This is too good to pass up. And I see that you're not going to listen to anyone anymore. You're not going to let anyone distract you. There has been failures, yes, but not anymore. You have a wealth of information that was just gifted to you, and somebody's coming in to help you. The entire situation is de-escalating. So I want you to prepare yourself for windfalls, luck, joy, success, money even. As far as love goes, as long as it's not toxic and volatile, yeah, I can go along with that. But I really don't feel like this is geared really towards love. I feel like it's towards a very important situation in your life, and this is about your well-being with it. So I hope that that made sense. Stay safe, have fun. I see that there's a lot of guilt and fear about betrayal and wanting to move on in life. The Three of Cups have been knocked over from the past. I don't think that you expected that. I think that it really rocked you more than you are willing to admit. This entire thing is, it's desire, but it's also guilt around that desire. The thing is, you're worried about the lack of support. You have no idea what this is as a gift from Spirit. It is a direct gift from Spirit, a Hail Mary, if you will. So what I'm seeing here is there is a form of union that is being gifted to you. And it feels like a gift from the other side. And it's the cup that you didn't see coming. It feels healing, it feels beautiful out of a time of anxiety and numbness. I don't think that you expected yourself to ever want more, ever think that you could deserve more. You definitely have an angel watching over you with this, who's been watching your every move. And the reason why I know that is because there's a guard that's standing right outside the border. And it's making sure that nothing hurts this gift that is being given to you. And it's beautiful, it's innocent, it's blossoming, and it's under divine protection, if you can imagine that. So, if everything is so good, why are we so anxious? You're anxious about not being anxious? How does it even work? I mean, I'm a Virgo with many Virgo placements, so I get it, but like, what the heck? I'm used to this. You shouldn't be used to this. This is closing of a chapter. You really are closing a chapter, and we have the start of just something so incredibly worthwhile, something that is empowering, fast, and it's seemingly out of nowhere, and it looks like it's rising above everything else, and it's fluid motion. So this painful ending of the chapter, I think that it was most painful for you. It's yielding a huge, magnificent gift in return. So I want to see, where's the final card for this? The decision has been made. We're no longer at a stalemate with this. You got your queen. She is honest, truthful. Well, I say she, it's androgynous. Honest, truthful, beautiful boundaries, and direct. I think for the first time in a long time, you are going to do something very self-serving, and honestly, I'm excited. So look, we got the Hermit. This is, the reading that I'm getting in this is, it is so important for you to be unapologetically self-serving, self-indulgent, not give up what anybody says. And honestly, I see that being the most winning point. I see that as being how the most abundancy, gifts, allowance is going to come towards you. I think that you are charging on ahead with a sense of detachment, which I don't think that you have had before. You're healing, and you don't need to stay on about everything and have it so close to you as if it's trying to escape you. There's a lot of willpower that's going in with this, because I see you making a lot of headway in it, but I also see that you are going to get caught up in fear as you're going through it. So a lot of mindfulness in this, and a lot of pushing through with willpower, because you'll have those old bits about you kind of creeping up, going, wait a minute, what is somebody going to say about this? I don't see you giving a what. And you're going to have to take a little bit of extra effort in keeping it that way. You're not being reckless. I think that you're learning to live with reckless abandonment, and that's really good with you. So it's you almost rewilding, but I see that you are going to do this for the most experience for yourself. I don't see it burning out. I think that this is a newfound sense of freedom that you are passionately pursuing. You're going to find happiness in this. You're going to find a sense of elation or zest for life coming in. But honestly, this is a true gift. I think that you are truly meaning it this time as you are going through it. So let's see. What's on the other side of this? Crap. Incense is out. I was gone for a bit. I went into a sauna, came back, and here we are. What's after this is the Magician in reverse, and something that just fell. Very cool. So what I see this as the most painful lesson of all is knowing how much you have inside of you, knowing how many tools you have, how much you've been through, how educated you are, and knowing that you don't have to use this all the time at every instance. It's like you don't have to constantly have all of your positives out on display. You're gonna have freedom, sense of just letting it flow in out. Does that make sense? So you're done, you're bankrupt, you have no more F's to give, you have nothing more inside of you that you can dedicate to this. It has been backbreaking, it's been excruciating, it's been hurtful, it's been painful. All of that you are giving up, like right now. It's time for judgment. It's time for everything to be brought to the forefront. Every struggle that you have endured, every mishap that has been done on part towards you, and obviously whatever skeletons you could have in your closet, don't let that scare you. All of it is coming up right now. So what I'm seeing in here is you have nothing more to give, to learn, to be taught in this. You have to break this cycle because there's nothing more inside of this. And I need you to know that this is going to be the biggest relief possible. I see you taking on something completely new in life, an entirely new direction. And I see the Strength card. I think that this is a gift for how strong you've been and not giving up during this entire ordeal. I think that you've been hanging on by a thread. Honestly, the energy has been all over the place. So we're looking at healing, we're looking at numbness, we're looking at anxiety, we're looking at emotions being all over the place. It is so flippin' unstable, I can't really, well, you can believe it, but dang. And I'm not giving you crap about that. This is a very hard boat to be in. What I'm seeing is the instability is finally starting to balance out. We have the Justice card. Since you've given up on whatever this is, this just back-breaking, soul-crushing work that you've endured, I see that you are really having something very fulfilling come in. So I want to look at it's an offer that's coming your way. It is a proposal. Some of you, this could be romantic. Some of you, this could be, materialistic related. So I want to look at what's the transition looking like from absolute hell and anguish into what this heavenly peace looks like right here. So what's this? Realizing that you are never going to rise above whatever it is that you had to walk away from. Everything has been exhausted. It's really been like a mental, emotional, physical bankruptcy. And then it's okay. We have two aces, one in reverse. It's anguish. It's false starts. It's endings where you thought it was going to fall through. But now we have something really solid coming in, really grounding coming in. So this, this over here feels like a complete false promise that really gutted you. Here's something that is going to take time. It is like its own secret garden, and it is stable and it's beautiful. Hope that makes sense. So what this really looks like, what I'm looking at right here, is enough aggravation after seemingly missed opportunities, missed chances in your life. There's a lot of earth energy around this. I think that you've done a lot of introspection to really begin what this new chapter is. It's highly emotionally fulfilling. It seems to be after a complete dead end, and it looks like frustration. It looks like impatience. You have grown so impatient with yourself in this because you feel that you have lacked the discipline in the past. So I think that you're making a real effort this time, not for anyone else, but really for yourself. And I see the changes that you are making completely supported by Spirit. So there's a lot of new beginning indicators here, which means that everything has to change. And this is dealing with levels of intimacy and intimate circles with you. We have 4, which is about the foundation. You are setting a new foundation. I think that this is going to be simplistic. It's going to be solid, and it feels solid, but it also feels like it's done in quiet with you, if that makes sense. So we have the Page of Pentacles here. This page is completely on their keister because they have, I think that they have tried so many times, so many almost like I'm not saying that you're get rich quick. It's like these get-rich-quick schemes, and they've been so involved in this in the past that now it's like, okay, there is no quick way around this. There's no quick way that you can actually have the result that you want. So what I'm seeing here is grounding energy coming in, grounding efforts coming in that is going to pace you to getting to the result that you want. And I see that you'll be able to maintain that momentum with that level of excitement that you've had in the past. But I feel like the gloves had to come off with you. So it's no longer going to show impatience with this persistence moving forward. It's more like channeling whatever that aggression is into the fuel that is going to keep you tracking along with this. So what is this going to lead to? Because it is truly a gift from spirit. It feels materialistically, financially, emotionally, and stability abundant. Stable abundance. There you go. So then the Page of Cups, a new offer, and it's overflowing. It's beautifully. It's not burdened. It's not a burden to you. And I feel like it's starting off small and it quickly overflows your well with absolute joy and happiness. If this hasn't happened already, buckle your seatbelt. You get in it. So just because it's absolutely chaotic and then it's happening fast, just because you feel like it's completely off the rails, doesn't mean that you hold yourself back. What I'm seeing here is there's a forcefulness that's coming in whatever your scenario is, but I feel like it's externally guided. I don't feel like this is a you issue. I feel like this is the universe pushing you through this. So it's chaotic, it's a mess, but it's necessary. So what I'm seeing here is the chaos in it is this feeling of loss, feeling that you are not loyal to something, that you have lied about something, and I'm not seeing any of that in here. You have got to make room for this newness. And this is clearly talking about you needing to let a lot go. Sometimes it's materialism, sometimes it's people, sometimes it's an idea. But what I'm seeing in here is, listen, cut the crap. You are a master of your destiny. You are not going to cut out of this. I know that is a big fear of yours. But also I think that fear that you have is maybe a little bit of a good thing, because it's keeping you on your toes about what your intentions are with this, the momentum, the motivation behind this. I know that you are still upset about whatever the karma is in the past, but Spirit's giving you this Two of Cups energy that you are taking a leap onto. Now, the Two of Cups energy is behind this Joe Schmo right here, the Five of Cups. Huge changes are coming in. I think that in itself is overwhelming to you, but this is something that it's to wake you up. It feels like it's bringing you back to a sense of control, a sense of drive and desire. I feel like there's a lot of desire in this. You're not foolish. This is not foolish. This is a point of learning to just jump in the water. Getting through the chaos of this is going to be tough for you, because you are fighting a lot of old ghosts mentally about it, because there's been a lot of forcefulness in the past and it completely bit you in the keister. Not happening here. This is, again, externally pushed. I think that's been kind of obvious with how uncontrolled it seems. It's like trying to go one way and life is going another, and it's pushing you to happen. So this, roll with the punches on it. It's going to be uncomfortable, but it's going to land you into this newfound, awesome, fresh start, greatness even. Final card for this. Oh, that's the bottom of the deck. Final card for this. Oh, man. I want you to feel a little crazed and ungrounded about this, because it's bringing your focus in. I know I said one card, but then this came out after it. So you want to, maybe this craziness is going to be good for you. It feels good.